Hello, I'm Peter Walton from Zenith, and we're contacting you today regarding your investment portfolios. The reporting season in Australia concluded recently, and we have completed our most current review. Overall, share markets have been quite strong in the past 12 months, and hopefully if you have looked at your portfolio in recent times, you will have seen a better than average result overall. Some of the changes we have made are generally described as follows. We have looked at the returns in the long run from international shares versus Australian shares, and generally speaking, international shares have performed better than Australian shares. We've made a slight adjustment to the portfolios to increase the weighting in international shares at the expense of Australian shares, but only to a small degree. Another sector which has done very well in the last 12 months is the property sector. When COVID hit, that sector was almost devastated with large falls in the value of investments. There has been a considerable improvement in recent months, or the last 12 months or so, and we have adjusted our weightings in that sector to what we would call normal settings in terms of proportion. Another area that's done very well is fixed interest. Most people consider fixed interest in terms of term deposits or those sorts of investments, but a more traditional definition is bonds, particularly government bonds that are held through funds. There's always an inverse relationship, so that when interest rates went up, the bonds that were being held by these funds were valued lower, and therefore the capital value did decline quite markedly when COVID arrived. Conversely, as interest rates are either now falling or anticipated to fall, the bonds that are being held now are more valuable compared to the new bonds that are being issued by governments. Therefore, the capital value does go up, and some of the bond funds have achieved returns perhaps in the vicinity of 10% in the last 12 months, which is very good for something which is under the category of fixed interest. On the world scene, the obvious hotspot is in the Middle East. And as these things go, one never knows whether it may erupt into an all-out war. This is uncertain, and also if it did happen, the consequences for investment markets is also uncertain. Perhaps the most dramatic effect would be if oil supplies are impacted around the world, which might cause the price of oil to skyrocket, and it has flow-on effects in a lot of other areas. We keep an eye on it, and if we feel that an all-out war or something similar is imminent, we would consider changing the portfolios quite dramatically and making them more defensive, basically by converting investments into cash until we were a little bit more comfortable with the next part of the process. Please feel free to look at your portfolios and see perhaps any changes that have been made. If you have any questions at all, you're always welcome to contact us, and we will be in touch again soon with further information. Thank you.